Hey guys, so yeah, I finally got my heavy to level 100. It was a couple weeks ago now. I meant to put a video up on at the time, but didn't manage to record the sound properly, so screwed up there. Lucky I waited though, because now I have all the gear, or all the armor that I want already, and I'm only missing one weapon, which will take a while to get. So anyway, I thought I may as well go over my armor and all my skills and everything, just the build I'm using. So yeah, the Hicks 3100, got this idea from Pistol Star. To be honest, I'm only using it because it was the first good black weapon I actually found. I'll probably replace at some point. I'm hoping to get a Feldhaubitz for the massive blast radius. But basically, you can put capacity on this thing, and then a couple points in field supplies, and you'll just have free ammo. It's a really good way to save money. And my other weapon I'm using is the Proposition, just because it's got a massive movement penalty, and it's got really good DPS. I'll get to why I want the massive movement penalty in a bit, but first I'll go over my armor. So, originally I wanted a Titan helmet, but it was a bit too difficult to balance my resistances, and I just couldn't find one. So yeah, I got the Dragonfly one, and I got myself set up really good here. My resistances are very balanced, which is really nice. It's what you're looking for. So anyway, yeah, using Dragonfly helmet, movement speed, and damage, so it's probably one of the best options you can have for a helmet. You want to have this on the Titan helmet generally. The next piece I'm using is the Rubicon Power Assist for the movement speed boost, and also for the revive cooldown it gives you. Revive speed 25%, which is pretty decent. So for the particular build I'm using, the hard plate chest would actually be a really good option here as well. It would help you save a lot of points in body armor expert, whilst still getting a decent amount of speed. But this one gives you a much higher speed bonus, so depends. If you're gonna go hard plate chest, I'd probably go with the Titan boots. But yeah, it depends what you really want to do. If you go all 3 hard plate pieces, then you can max your resistances very easily, but you'll lose a lot of speed there. So you have to think about that one. But yeah, you're not losing as much speed as you would on any other class though, since you're nullifying most of your speed penalty. Next piece, Titan gloves. This isn't actually a very essential piece. Unlike with the Assault, you pretty much want these gloves no matter what. For this particular build, I'm using guns that have very high capacity, so reload time isn't as important. Only reason I really decide to stick with these is because, I balance my resistances perfectly with them, so why not? But yeah. Hard plate legs, yeah, just give you the highest defensive bonus. There's nothing really special about it other than that. My movement penalty is nullified, so that doesn't matter too much. It gives me massive defense there. Same with hard plate boots, just gives me the highest defense of any boots, so I didn't use fortified on it because, that would give me way too much, but whatever. I might look at some different options, but I really like going with this at the moment. As you can see, I've still got 50 movement bonus from my armor, which is pretty reasonable. Now yeah, onto my skills. So, heavy gear is pretty much the most important skill here. So yeah, it totally removes all of my movement penalties. So, what's that? When I'm holding this, I've got 50 penalty, this gives me 60, so that's just nullified. This gives me bonus, so it doesn't matter. If you're using a hard plate chest here, then that movement penalty is nullified. You can even use hard plate gloves here, to be honest. I've tried that as well. It's actually not that bad because you just need to deck out that capacity and you go fine there. But yeah, and it'll get rid of that penalty. If you're wearing a Titan helmet, it'll get rid of that penalty as well. Gets rid of that penalty, gets rid of your boots. So yeah, it's really fantastic. Where is it? It's like when I'm holding my proposition. I think that's about right. I'm getting 63. So it's actually better than faster movement, which caps out at 39. I think it might be more than that. What am I? A bit confused now. So yeah, 15, 7. So yeah, I'm losing 60 from my gun, as well as a bit there. I mean, massive, all nullified. 2 in-field supplies, just for that Hicks rocket launcher, just to give me free ammo. Eventually, when you're like rich anyway, when you've already got all your augment rewards and everything, you probably don't need that, but for now, hey. Body armor expert, just enough to max your resistances. So I can't give you a definite number, it really depends on what armor you have and everything. But yeah, body armor expert just to reach maximum resistances. Yeah, those are the two most important ones. And then hold the line, you really want to get that max too, that's your damage and your pierce, now that that's been fixed. So max level, you can pretty much keep this up constantly. There's only a bit over 2 seconds at the end before you can use it again. And you don't even need any energy regen, as long as you've got masteries and your collection bonuses. I like to put 1 point in Die Another Day in concussion, just because like some people don't use concussion at all once they've got the max gear, but I still think it's worthwhile. Just every now and then it just stops enemies for a second, so I mean, I don't have to ever turn around, I can just keep backtracking, which is, it's handy enough to have 1 point. I mean, 1 point, it's fine. Yeah, Die Another Day, it just lets you face tank, which is very good. Next, 1 point in faster movement just for the first point is 3%. It's pretty good. Why not? I've got 2 points in fast reload. Fast reload gets worse as you put more points into it. Oh, it's still a bonus, but each point is worth less than the last. But I mean, first 5 to 10 points is still really quite good. So just chuck 2 in there because I had 2 spare. But also, tough body is a really fantastic skill. Depending on what you want to do, be more offensive or more defensive, you might want to max this one before maxing critical shot, but I'm just a really offensive guy, so so I went critical shot. But yeah, when this is maxed out, it more than halves the damage you take from everything, including dark minions, which is fantastic. And critical shot pretty much just like doubles the damage on average that you do to everything, so it's just the opposite. instead of doubling your EHP, it doubles your damage. So yeah, stuff like that. It's pretty good. I like critical shot more. Also, one thing you want to know about defense. So I'll just show you an example here. As you can see, I've got only 20,000 physical resistance here, and it shows 99% damage reduction. The thing you have to know here is that that's not actually 99%. This is like 98% and some decimal. But just because of the way SAS4 works, it rounds that number up to 99. So I'm not actually at 99% damage reduction here. I have to step up, and 99% is around 21,500, roughly at that point. You don't have to go all the way up. It's rounding up the number here, but like you're still getting better with every single little bit. I mean, 21,500 is around the point you get 99, but like if I only had 21,000, 21,000 would be better than 20,000, if that makes sense. It's just, it'd be a decimal at the end, which you're not seeing. So yeah, But anyway, as you can see here, my resistances are balanced very evenly. That's because I spent a lot of time using a tool that Top made to help you calculate your armors. And I've got that open here because I wanted to show it off now, since he's pretty happy with it now, and I think it's fantastic. So here we are. I'll put the link in the description as well. So like, you can pretty much just enter all the stats here of any items you want. You can chuck in augments. I don't even know if I can remember my augments. But you can also like put in masteries. So I just took the 0 over. Didn't know you could do that. Yeah. And these things at the end here is like helmet mastery. So I can give myself 5 helmet mastery. You can just like type the number in if you want, it's fine. Version, so I mean standard red black version of this helmet. Collection bonuses. I don't actually have all the bonuses, but let's just see what we got here. Can't quite remember my things now. Fortified, heat, so we'll chuck that in. Has chem heat, fortified heat. So you will notice I don't have any body fueling. I don't really care. If you go like full hard plate chest, hard plate gloves, then you can afford to get like body fueling on everything and still max your resistances really easily. But I went for a more speedy variant, so I've got same resistance but less health. So that's pretty much the difference. If you want to go the speedy variant, you'll have less health. If you want to go the more heavy variant, you'll have like the same defensive power but more health, so you'll be better against dark minions and stuff. But I've also got like tissue repair and a lot of biosynthesis, so I regenerate faster. And the thing about low health and regeneration, well, the lower your health is, the better regeneration is, basically. Unless you're an assault. Anyway, so back to this. I can also put cores in. Just click this calculate button at the bottom here, and it'll tell you your numbers. So what I forgot is that you have to tell what grade you have in your items. There we are. So with everything, which I don't actually have, I would have way more than enough here. I could probably drop some body armor. Let's see. Not quite. I'd be a bit low on toxic. But I mean, if I chuck one more core in my helmet, then I wouldn't be. So that's how you can use this tool to work out your characters perfectly and just get some really balanced stats. So once I can get my collections finished and my masteries up, I'll be able to save one more skill point. Yay! And yeah, you've got more details and everything down the bottom here. Whee! So yeah, it's a really handy tool, and I definitely recommend playing around with it a bit. It's very helpful for working out what you're going to do. I mean, as you can see, I can put stuff like body fueling and smart target in here, but obviously they don't give you any defensive bonus, so it's kind of pointless. So yeah, I'd just leave them blank, save your time. But anyway, yeah, that's that tool. I'll put a link in the description. So yeah, that's my guy. I just found a Mustang, which I'm going to throw on eventually, but for now, I'm not using it because I don't have enough cores to max it out. And my other guns are so good that there's no point using this if it's not maxed out. But yeah, that's a pretty exciting gun which I'm going to use eventually, because I love the Mustang. It's a great gun. So yes, that is the heavy that I'm using. It's I came up with it on my own, but I mean, it's using a lot of similar things that other heavies are using, and I mean, I definitely took inspiration for the field supply thing, because I mean, I hate field supplies, and I hate this rocket launcher. I just don't like it in general. That's just my opinion. I can understand why people would like it. It's not too bad a gun. It just isn't my style. But yeah, it's definitely very good for saving money. So if you want to save money, grab one of these, put capacity on it. You need capacity. That's just an essential. Um, don't argue against that. That's how you get field supplies to work. You could just put a lot more points in field supplies, but I wouldn't waste your skill points like that. But your choice. Your choice. You build your character your way. But this is my way. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you around.